Hello guys, I hope you're doing well. Today I'm going to be talking about feedback. So what are things that I'm going to mention in this video include accepting feedback and probably giving feedback as students. Because I'm going to be talking about it from a student's perspective, my experience and everything, not beyond that. Some people asked me, Annette, how have you become better at writing essays and everything? The truth is that for you to become a better person in most of the things you do, you need feedback. You need feedback from people around you or people from far away. Do you need every feedback? I'm not so sure, but in most cases, you need something that is referred to as constructive feedback. Feedback that can make you, become better at doing something, Feedback that really makes you grow, So you will learn to filter feedback with practice. You cannot tell me that you know how to filter feedback by just writing one essay. I don't know. Well, our brains are different. My brain cannot do that. I have to practice a lot for me to know what's good and what's bad. So I have a feeling that to become good at separating good feedback and bad feedback, you need to practice a lot. Write so many essays, get so much feedback, about those essays. And yeah, with the time, you'll be good at knowing what's constructive and what's not constructive. So what I've observed is that feedback is something very hard to accept for most students, and I think I had a problem with accepting feedback when I was in my first year when I went to Japan, because that's when I started writing essays, and that's where my writing journey started, my serious writing journey started. So we had various classes where we had to submit reports, and we had technical English classes where we were focusing on writing, academic writing. We used to get data, and based on that data, we used to write like scientific papers, and then writing various reports. We used to get titles. We used to write about anything we wanted to write. It was more like choose a title and write an essay about that title. So we used to do things like that, and we used to get feedback from all the students in class. We are so many because we are all combined. Students from biological sciences, from agrobiological sciences, and from geosciences. So we are combined in one class. We wrote our essays, and then we are getting feedback from various students. So I got a lot of feedback, both from my professors and from my classmates. And for the first time I got feedback, I was like, oh, this is negative. No way, this is negative. I mean, I'm telling you, you won't welcome feedback if it's negative, you won't welcome it for the first time. You won't welcome it. You'll be like, oh, why are you saying this? I expect something nice. Yeah, of course, we all need nice things, right? But the thing is that in most cases, if you get feedback from your close friends or people who really understand what you've written, try to accept that feedback. Sometimes we don't understand that we are really bad at writing, and sometimes we don't recognize that our writing needs a lot of improvement to be a high level, or to be better writers, or to make it at least semi-presentable. Sometimes we don't realize that. The worst thing is that most of us get feedback to reply. No, I don't think that is the right way. Get feedback, understand it, understand the feedback, and then respond if necessary, or try to inquire if necessary. But what is bad, or what most students do, is to get feedback and then they start reacting. You don't have to do that. Understand why the person has said this. Yeah, by you asking for more explanations about your feedback, if it's unclear to you, you learn more. You actually learn more. You learn more from that. So don't just react that instant after getting feedback. Try to, think about it. Whether it's good or bad, try to think about it. Why? Why did I get a good point here? Why did I get a bad point here? Let me give you an example. The day I started to accepting feedback in whatever form, it came to me, I was like, okay, whatever form, I'll accept the feedback. If there is something I haven't understood, about that feedback, I'll ask the person who gave me feedback to explain more. Why did you write this comment and what does that mean? Because I used to get some comments were really good, but still I couldn't understand why they gave me a star, or why they said it's an excellent point. So I wanted to understand my area of strength, just to make me feel good about it before I go to the negative point. And even at the negative point, I used to ask, why do you think this is not a high quality piece or not a high quality segment, and how can I make it better? So by asking teachers frequently, like what can I do to get this, because I need this, so what can I do to get this, I became better. There is no magic in that. You have to invest in energy, and you have to accept what people say and then think about it. Does it make sense or doesn't make sense? In most cases, it makes sense, but because you're not accepting it, you'll think that doesn't make sense. But over time, you'll understand that what they said was actually right. Yeah. So let's talk about some feedback that is really, putting you down so much. Well, I'm not saying that feedback doesn't exist. It does exist. Some people just get so mad at your piece or at your writing and it's like, oh, I've never seen this kind of work. It's very, very low quality. Oh my God. Yeah. You get such feedback. But the thing is that that's not the way we should give feedback. And I don't recommend you, if you're going to be in academia or if you're going to be a teacher in the future, don't give your students such feedback. Come on. At least tell them that, oh, this is actually not a very good one, but we can try to make it better. You understand? Show them the positive side of it, because by doing something, they've shown you, and sometimes they're just showing you, they are thinking, they haven't invested in so much energy in it, they are showing you a plan, they're trying to show you their idea so that they can try they're trying to ask you if they are on the right track before they delve into it or before they delve into the essay. So whatever they are writing, I think it's really good to give feedback, but in a good way that doesn't put the person so down. Some feedback is breaking, some feedback is really breaking. We're different people. For me, I've received so much feedback, and I really don't get so affected by very, very negative feedback. So I try to just know that, hey, actually, I've gotten excellent before. I've gotten outstanding before. So if someone says your writing is so bad, you have to really understand that actually they haven't really thought about it so much, and you just have to keep calm, and don't think so much about the negative feedback, because if you try to invest in your energy and take time on your piece and give it to somebody else, you will get totally different feedback that's positive. It gives you your weaknesses, but at the same time shows your strengths. That's really good feedback. So don't think about what one person has said, but instead focus on other people who have helped you to become better. Focus on other people who give you feedback without insulting you. You understand that? Yeah. When you're giving feedback, I'm telling you, no one wants to be insulted. First of all, they're spending so much time. Our brains are different. Most of us, English is not our first language. So you're trying so hard to convert things from convert things from one native languages to English, right? So if someone is trying so hard to write something presentable, and after looking at it, you try to say some things that put them down, I think that's not the best way from my point of view. I just tell them that, oh yeah, it's not a good one, but come on, we can do it, we can do it. Let's try to do it. Do you have other ideas of how you can make it better? Okay, let me guide you. Just try to do this and this and this, and then try to send me a better version as soon as you can, you know. Giving students energy is a good thing. I noticed that for me, I feel good if I get, you know, such feedback. I feel good, and I try to work so hard to make sure that I don't repeat the mistakes, and I try to, you know, to give it, I try to, you know, to give it, my 100% attention, and I try to come up with ideas. Then I can try asking my teacher, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? I have this idea. And then if the teacher is really good, the teacher will be like, oh yeah, that's a good idea. Let's try that. Oh yeah, that would work, but the problem is this. Okay, just try this. So that's really excellent. But in some cases, you might not have that chance to discuss with the teacher. What if we try this? What if we try this? So in that case, you just have to receive feedback from the professor. And yeah, some feedback can be scary. It can, you know, put you down a little bit, but always remember that you're more than that feedback. You're more than that feedback, and you can always become a better person. You can always become a better person. And in that case, try to show your peace to various people, because this person might give you, you know, that person might be having a bad day, and that person might be like, oh, this work is just, right? So you can try to give your piece to another person and see what kind of feedback you get. If you get opposite feedback, or feedback that's really better, feedback that, you know, shows your weaknesses, but at the same time shows you your strengths and a proper guidance or advice, then you can know, oh wow, this is a good person who gives feedback. I should ask them all the time. If you are willing to learn, people will teach you. I'm telling you from experience. If you are willing to learn, people will teach you. You will not fail. You will not fail to get people who will be kind enough to teach you. People will teach you. But if you don't want to learn, people will avoid you. We are in the world where no one is going to force you to do things you don't like. No one is going to force you. Nobody. So if you want to learn, you will learn. Remember that I failed English in Uganda throughout, I think throughout secondary school. I don't know, but I think throughout my high school. I even failed English in the national exams. Yeah, I remember. I think I got a pass, something like pass 7. Yeah, I don't remember studying English like in a proper way. So yeah. But you know, but I'm getting some great feedback from my professors. That means that I have improved a lot. So thank you so much for listening. Have a nice evening. I love you. I'm here in the common room of Sunny College. I have never taken a video in our common room, so I was like, I'm going to miss the common room so much. I should take a video there. And yeah, this is one of the chairs. I love it so much. We have a lot of space. I love the house. Bye, I love you.